was dancing.
Hello and welcome to BucTV News. I'm Adriana Sumlin.
And I'm Casey Craddock. Coming up on BucTV News, the National Panhellenic Council has a new monument.
And if you're in need of professional attire, Career Closet has got your back. BucTV News starts now.
This past Saturday, members and alumni of African American fraternities and sororities got together at ETSU for something exciting: the unveiling of the National Panhellenic Council Plaza, located between Governors and Centennial Residence Halls. BucTV spoke to Alpha Kappa Alpha member Jerry Dossett and Delta Sigma Theta alumni Jerry Dossett about the event.
I believe the plazas will be a positive symbol on our campus to show that the NPHC is represented here at ETSU because we are here and we have been here.
The plaza, which was conceptualized in 2017, has been under construction since July of this year. The designated space honors the contributions and history of the 9 chapters known as the Divine Nine, referring to the original African American sororities and fraternities that kickstarted the NPHC organization in 1930. Phase 3 of the project will add an amphitheater and a permanent seating. Funding is still being raised for this next step.
Are you in need of business attire for a job interview? Well, have no worries because Bucky's Career Closet is here to help. Outreach and Employer Coordinator Erin Evans of University Career Services gave us a look inside.
We're all very proud to be able to offer this service to our students. Professional clothing is incredibly expensive.
Evans said the closet needs larger clothing sizes donated to better accommodate all students. She estimates about 1 to 2 students come in a week. The mission of the Career Closet is to ensure that all students can translate their college preparation to success in the workplace. She said the goal is to have a steady income of a wide variety of clothing sizes. The service is located in Neil Dossett Room 100. To donate attire, call University Career Services or drop off clothes at the location of their partner, Bucky's Food Pantry in Buck Ridge.
Haven't gotten your flu shots this season? Well, no worries. The ETSU University Health Center is offering flu shots to students for only $30 unless already covered by insurance. Family nurse practitioner Kayla Norman offered her advice.
The biggest misconception about the flu shot is that the flu shot actually gives you the flu, and that's not the case because the flu shot is actually a dead virus. So your body does produce antibodies, which will help fight off the flu if you were exposed to it.
Norman says the clinic has given over 220 shots already and plans on holding more flu shot clinics in the coming weeks. Students can also schedule an appointment at the health clinic located in Nix Hall. Peak flu season is said to be during the months of October through December, but can sometimes continue all the way through March. Students are reminded that they can always get a free flu shot at most pharmacies with proof of insurance.
Dr. Sarah Milton and Dr. Lynn Williams received the Notable Women of ETSU Award this past Wednesday, November 6th. This annual award shines a spotlight on 2 wonderful women every year that deserve a round of applause for all they do as our teachers, as well as being faculty members of ETSU. The nomination stated that Dr. Milton is passionate in the students she teaches and the patients she cares for, which positively impacts ETSU and our region. While the nomination for Dr. Williams said has forged a model for a woman many others may aspire to be, as she excels to couple academic, administrative, and research involvement with the grace, humor, and understanding only a strong mentor can provide.
ETSU President Brian Nolan spoke this past week about flyers that were posted around campus early last Friday. The flyers read, "It's okay to be white," and were put up across campus, including on the memorial wall in Borchuk Plaza, dedicated to ETSU's first African American students. President Nolan said that the signs do not represent the values of the university. He also said that this was an attack on universities across the country, not specifically targeting ETSU or any one group or location on campus. In a formal statement issued last Monday, Nolan said the incident remains an active investigation.
On Monday the 11th, get ready for an event that won't be back in the U.S. until 2049. The transit of planet Mercury passing directly between the Sun and Earth. ETSU's Department of Physics and Astronomy have created an opportunity for the public to safely view the Mercury transit. Appearing as a small black dot, Mercury will move slowly across the face of the Sun. The transit begins just after sunrise. ETSU astronomers are setting up telescopes on the athletic field adjacent to the CPA on the west side of campus for viewing. Between 9:30 and 12:30 p.m., visitors should enter the ETSU campus from State of Franklin Road onto Jack Vest Drive. In the event of inclement weather or heavily overcast skies, the transit viewing will be canceled.
Keep your eyes on the big screen because an ETSU storytelling student's book is being made into a movie. The film adaptation of Cassie Dandridge Selleck's The Pecan Man will star Lawrence Fishburne and be directed by So Young Kim. In The Pecan Man, a widow, Aura, hires a homeless black man to mow her lawn. But after the police chief's son is found dead near his camp, the homeless man is charged with murder. 25 years later, Aura sets out to tell the truth about the Pecan Man. No official release date is set yet, so be on the lookout for it in the theater near you.
Hold your horses for the featured guest speaker of the Frontier Health Foundation's 4th annual Stigma Stops Now event. Country music superstar Trace Adkin headlines this year's event. He will touch on his battle with alcoholism and what life has been like in rehab through the recovery process. ETSU students can get one free ticket with a valid ID and can purchase an extra ticket for $20. Organizations.
That's all we have time for campus news. Coming up is national news.
Bear with us. BucTV News will be right back.
I remember, Dad, you and Mom got this car with a hatchback. I said, I'd be happy to give you the money to get a really great car. And she said, well, no, this works for me. I says, why? Because it's the right height to put the meals in. Dad, tell me when you first got an inkling about Meals on Wheels.
There was kind of an abandoned house. That's where we got started with Meals on Wheels. We kind of filled a need for people as they got older.
It's the human interaction that probably fed them much more than the food.
Oh, yeah. When you can see somebody else benefiting by your life in some way, you can't help but feel good about it, I think.
Well, the reason I'm involved, Dad, is because you are, and you're so inspiring. How you've impacted people is enormous.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation. We can.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us. All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Police have released surveillance images of the man who they believe killed another man over a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Reed Binion has the latest.
People are asking, how can something so pointless occur?
Homicide detectives want to talk to these two people in connection with the murder of 28-year-old Kevin Davis, which took place outside of a Popeye's Chicken in Oxon Hills, Maryland, Monday night.
This occurs in a line specifically set aside for people waiting for a chicken sandwich. How does a confrontation over cutting line lead to a death?
Police say the male suspect stabbed Davis after confronting him for cutting in line several times, and that they want to talk to the woman because she was in the restaurant with him.
There are families and children in this restaurant as this is unfolding, and they've been exposed to this now as well.
Popeyes addressed the murder, saying in a statement, quote, "There is no reason for someone to lose their life on a Monday night in a parking lot. Our thoughts are with the victim's family and friends, and we are fully cooperating with local authorities."
The family of the individual who was killed is looking for closure. Families and children who are in this restaurant are looking for closure.
That's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, a chicken sandwich is not worth a life.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Police are now asking for the public's help in identifying the suspect.
A bear pawing through the dumpster creates a unique challenge for Placer County deputies. Steve Large has the story.
And you know, there are so many bears up here in the Placer County mountain communities that dealing with them has become part of the Placer County deputies' job description. And we've seen so much of their work on their dash cameras. It's no ordinary suspect search.
That is T-shirt.
Placer County deputies found this familiar black bear they call T-shirt trapped inside a dumpster and used some unscripted techniques to pick the lock and finally free the 400-pound beast.
Come on, attaboy. Good boy. Good.
It is a unique skill set for Placer County Sheriff's deputies.
Well, absolutely. When you come to Tahoe, you learn Barrel 101 by working at the Sheriff's Office.
Sergeant Dave Hunt has worked here for 25 years and says there is no textbook course on this at the academy.
They don't get any bear training whatsoever.
This confrontation isn't the first Placer deputies have had with T-shirt the bear. They sent out this picture warning the public not to corner him for photos before.
Come on, Bucks.
Other recent dash cam videos show deputy adventures with other bears. Every one of them leading to a safe resolution.
The only time lethal force would be an option would be if it was an imminent danger to life.
It is a wild part of Placer Sheriff deputy duties, freeing T-shirt the bear. Just another day on the job.
Good boy.
So T-shirt the bear likely still hanging out somewhere in this Placer County community tonight. This last video certainly not the last time he'll come across a Placer County deputy.
Deputies warn the public not to try and engage with a bear if they come across one.
Up next is Cole Sams with your campus sports update. The men's basketball is off to a strong start.
And senior defensive back Artavius Smith is one to watch. BucTV News will be right back.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 mile per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Welcome back to BucTV News. I'm Cole Sams with your weekly sports update. The ETSU men's basketball team impressed in their season debut Wednesday night, coasting to a 79-50 win over Newberry inside Freedom Hall. The team was led by senior Trey Boyd III, who scored a game-high 20 points in 26 minutes off the bench, while junior Bo Hodges added 14 and 5 boards. Senior Jerome Rodriguez added 9 points and 4 rebounds. Rodriguez was named to the Lou Henson Award preseason watch list earlier this week, an award going to the NCAA's top mid-major player. The Bucks stormed out of the gate with a 38-11 lead after one half of play. They finished the game shooting over 48% and held a double-digit advantage over the Wolves in both rebounds and assists. The Bucks head to UT Martin Saturday in a matchup with the Skyhawks at 8 p.m. It was a thrilling defeat for ETSU's women's basketball team Tuesday night as they pushed to the University of Tennessee's Lady Vols for 4 quarters, ultimately falling 72-68 inside Freedom Hall. Despite the loss, the Bucks junior guard Erica Haynes-Overton had a breakout performance, pouring in 41 points on 15-31 shooting with 10 rebounds and 7 steals. Overton is now 4 points shy of being at 1,000 points for her ETSU career. The Bucks also got contributions from sophomore forward Elise Stafford, who added 13 points and 6 rebounds, and redshirt junior guard Micah Sheets, who recorded 7 points and 5 boards against her hometown team. The Bucks are in Virginia to face the Liberty Flames tonight at 5 p.m. ETSU's redshirt senior defensive back, Artavia Smith, was placed on the Stats FCS Buck Buchanan Award watch list on Thursday. The award is annually given to the best defensive player in the football championship subdivision. Smith has performed tremendously for the Bucks secondary all season, racking up 66 tackles and grabbing 4 interceptions in 9 games of action. Smith leads the Southern Conference with 4 interceptions and ranks 11th in tackles per game. He also was named SoCon Defensive Player of the Week twice this season due to his showings in games at Furman and at Sanford. Smith looks to continue his impressive play in a matchup at Western Carolina Saturday at 3:30. The ETSU volleyball team is back on the road this weekend for the final time during the regular season. The team squares off with the Wofford Terriers tonight and played the Citadel Bulldogs on Saturday at 3 p.m. ETSU is looking to capitalize on a brilliant regular season with wins in the final 2 weeks in pursuit of back-to-back conference championships. The team currently holds a 20-4 overall record with an 11-1 mark in conference play, good enough for a share of first place with Sanford. The Bucks defeated both Wofford and the Citadel earlier this season in Brooks Gym, with the Terriers going down in a 5-set thriller back in October. Success has come in waves recently for the Bucks, with the team finishing 28-7 and 15-1 in conference play in 2018, earning the first ever NCAA at-large bid in SoCon history. Tonight's matchup is set to begin at 6 p.m. It's do or die for the ETSU men's soccer team postseason hopes in Greensboro as they face off against the Belmont Bruins in a quarterfinal matchup this afternoon. The Bucks are looking to match the success they had in their previous matchup as ETSU defeated Belmont 1-0 in double OT last Tuesday night. The team finished the regular season 5th in the conference in goals with 20, while also leading the conference in both goals allowed and shutouts. Coming up is Nick Torrance with your entertainment news. But first, here is your play of the day. Serge Ibaka shows off great athleticism in the 124-120 win over the Sacramento Kings.
Siakam. What a beautiful pass by Siakam. His 5th assist. Timeout Sacramento. 111-104.
This is Stump and Log. They were picked up along the interstate, had been abandoned by their owner, and that is pretty much all we know about them. This is Stump. This one has a birth defect. She has no paws. This one's really calm and very used to being held and carried. The other one over there is Log. Log can be, he's probably a little more playful than Stump.
They love each other. They really watch out for each other. And when you leave with Log and Stump is behind, she will cry. And so they are a very bonded set and need to be adopted together.
They've been spayed and neutered and are ready for adoption.
He was brought to us about 3.5 weeks ago. His family lives here in Washington County. They decided they didn't want to take care of an older dog, so they released him to us. He's supposedly 9.5 to 10 years old. He has a cataract in his left eye. He's got a little cloudiness in his right eye too, which is indicative of cataracts. Cataracts are And it's going to be surgically removed, and they can fix him. It's treatable. I mean, and he's obviously not suffering because it's not hurting him. And he still sees with his right eye. Otherwise, he's very healthy. He's easy to walk. He's gentle. I've never seen him show any aggression to anything. He's vaccinated, up to date on his vaccinations. He's neutered. He's a good boy. He's just an older dog who just wants to live out his life somewhere with a nice family.
Welcome back to BucTV News. I'm Nick Torrance with your entertainment news. Want to see history come alive? A Walk in Their Boots is an all-air military timeline event paying tribute to American soldiers. Battle reenactments, weapon demos, military encampments, and more are featured during this event at historic Tipton Haynes. Taking a walk through time is as you visit the display of the soldiers in the field from the Revolutionary War to modern day. Tipton Haynes encourages everyone to join them for this free event, which includes a free luncheon for all veterans and active duty servicemen and women. This event takes place tomorrow from 9 to 4:30 p.m. at the Tipton Haynes State Historic Site. Interested in living the vegan lifestyle? With the Johnson City Vegan Festival coming to town, there are plenty of activities and opportunities to learn more. The festival's goal is to have a community event that is educational and celebrates local businesses that are taking a step towards supporting a cruelty-free lifestyle. Event organizer Ziggy's Second Chance Network, a local animal welfare organization, plans to use any monies raised to help them continue to rescue and care for medically fragile and senior animals and those who have been abused or neglected. The vegan event is free for the public, but donations are encouraged. The Johnson City Vegan event takes place tomorrow from 11 to 3 p.m. at iTrain Fitness on HPR Road. After their most recent production of The Wizard of Oz, Theatre Bristol takes audiences into the woods. The Sodom and Lapine award-winning Broadway musical explores quests of fairy tale figures such as Cinderella, Jack of the Beanstalk, Little Red Riding Hood, and the Big Bad Wolf, and more. Into the Woods is one of Sodom's most popular musical and features the enchanting songs, storytelling, and dancing, but nobody quite lives happily ever after. The opening night on November 15th includes a gala event where the Bristol Theatre reveals their upcoming 2020 seasons of plays. Gala tickets and more information are available at theatrebristol.org. Lena Dunham took to social media to tell the world she's dealing with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a chronic disease that affects the joints and skin. It's a group of disorders that affects connective tissue that supports the skin, bones, and blood vessels and other organs. The creator and star of Girls has shared details about her recent health, such as her weight gain, hysterectomy, mental health issues, and endometriosis. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is just an addition to the list of health issues in Dunham's life. She is the second celebrity in a month to reveal that she has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. The Good Place actress Jamila Jamil was also diagnosed with the disorder. Well, that's all we have for your entertainment news. Up next is your Hollywood Minute.
Is telling your story.
Marriage Story traces the breakup of a couple who still love each other. Star Scarlett Johansson says filmmaker Noah Baumbach makes everyone in it relatable.
Noah doesn't judge any of his characters, and you sort of feel when you watch it like there's a bit of all of these characters kind of in us, and I think it affects people deeply when they see stuff like that they see kind of a part of themselves up there.
Marriage Story is now in theaters and debuts on Netflix December 6th.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
The Godfather Part 2 is back in theaters for its 45th anniversary. The only sequel to a Best Picture winner to also win the top Academy Award will screen at more than 600 U.S. theaters on November 10th, 12th, and 13th. Check fathomevents.com for showtimes. The creators of This Is Spinal Tap, the classic metal mockumentary, have settled their lawsuit over the film's soundtrack. Harry Shearer, Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Rob Reiner had sued Universal Music Group, claiming they'd been cheated out of royalties. Under the deal, Universal will keep distributing Spinal Tap recordings, and the creators will eventually receive the rights. Time to cue up that Tap classic, Give Me Some Money. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And today's Take a Look at This, the tiny homes are helping wildfire survivors.
And a favorite card game is accessible to the disabled. Jeremy Roth gives us the scoop.
Tiny homes are a hot real estate trend for prospective homeowners looking to simplify. But for one California woman, they're a full-on crusade born out of necessity.
I give them to the fire survivors, and it's just me and a bunch of volunteers that build them.
Alyssa Nolan is building tiny homes for survivors of devastating wildfires. With the help of volunteers, Nolan constructs and donates the tiny 200-square-foot dwellings. It's a personal cause for Nolan. She lost everything in 2008 Butte Lightning Complex fire. Her group plans to provide homes for survivors of the Camp and Kincaid fires. Hundreds of people are already on the waiting list. Middle schoolers in Idaho got their hands on a new version of Uno printed in Braille. Mattel recently released a version of its iconic card game designed specifically for visually impaired players. Each card features Braille printing to indicate the colors and numbers for the players. Kids at the Idaho School for the Deaf and the Blind were excited to give it a whirl.
There's a B for blue.
Teachers say games like Uno are important for social interaction and development. But for the kids, it's not just a game, it's about enjoying an everyday part of middle school life.
Going through a childhood or an adulthood without playing Uno is it's not possible. You can't do it. You have to have Uno in your life.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
So that's pretty cool about those houses.
I know, I like them, and like they're very designed really well. Like usually if you think of like a house, like for somebody who has lost everything, for it to look that good, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I know like I had a friend whose house burned down, and they got just put into like a hotel for a little while. So I mean, something like that, that's really nice.
I bet it feels good to find to say that it's yours. Like you don't have to go somewhere and pay. It's like your house.
Mm-hmm. It's actually your new place.
I know. Like also, what about the Uno? That was cool.
That's really cool. I mean, Uno's always been one of my favorite games.
Me too. I'm a cheater though.
Oh, are you?
I cheat in Uno. I love Uno, so I'm not the person that you're supposed to play with because, especially we playing doubles, oh, it's over. You lost already.
Well, are you doing anything fun this weekend?
This weekend I am going to study for my test and sleep because what can I do without sleep? Nothing.
Can't take advantage of that 4-day weekend.
No, I'm so excited. It was a nice surprise because I didn't think we were out of school.
I actually just found out like a few days ago. My professor emailed me about it actually. So
I found out when I was getting my sandwich at Treehouse.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching BucTV News. I'm Casey Craddock.
And I'm Adriana Sumlin.